right, thank you, everyone. Yeah, so thank you, Ore, for that great session. I also learned from it. Yeah, so let me just get right to it. I'll be okay, great. Yeah, so today I'll be speaking about networking, building support system in 2025. I know that Palumi has spoken about the idea why we're having this webinar, why we're having this conference, right? Basically, to keep everyone prepared for the new year. And yes, for this my session, I'll be speaking more about networking, right? So I think she has. I think she has spoken about me. Well, just brief stuff about me is my name is Emmanuel, right? And I'm a marketing professional, right? So I currently work with QDAX. QDAX is one of the cryptocurrency exchanges in Nigeria, right? And before my role at QDAX, I used to work with BitNob. BitNob is also a fintech app, that helps to facilitate remittance across African countries. Oh, for some reason, please give me one sec. Something is wrong with my slides. Okay, yeah. So and I used like Pelumi mentioned, I used to work at agency before I joined startup, right? I used to work at Cerebral Media, and Cerebral Media is a marketing agency in Lagos. While I was at Cerebral Media, I was able to work on a couple of interesting brands. Worked on First Bank, Eco Bank, this stuff with IJHMO, United Capital, and a few other ones, right? And when I left Cerebral Media, I joined Web Coppers, right? At Web Coppers, I worked on your account, this stuff on Sterling, some of the Sterling fintech brands and the likes, right? Yeah, basically that's a little background about me, right? So I was going to ask people for yeah, thank you, love. I cite you. Thank you so much for joining, right? I was going to ask for what are your expectations from this session, but I know that might take a little. I think I'll just take like 1 or 2 minutes, right? So by show of hands, I mean, I think if you're on mute, there might be a lot of things to say. Oh, so okay, okay, yeah. So for some people that are not like to probably on media mic, you can just probably drop in the chat box. And I've seen somebody raise their hand. I think it's Rory. Am I correct? I hope I pronounced your name correctly.
Yes, yes.
Right, please
Thank you.
guys. Hi, nice to see you.
Okay, thank you for this opportunity. So the reason I joined the call was because I saw the invite on your Twitter, on your profile, and I asked a question there if we'll be taught how to make small talks. I don't know how to make small talks, and I need to learn it. Then I also want to build relationships on LinkedIn with professionals, senior professionals, and then my colleagues, those are everyone who's below me. But I struggle with small talk, so I really need help with that. Thank you. That's my
All
expectation.
right, great. All right, thank you, Rory. Yeah, that's not really part of my presentation, but yeah, I'm going to talk about it in passing, and when we have time for question and answer, also, I will make attempts, to answer that. I know when was your Laura was speaking, she was saying something like, "Oh, when the network expert." I'm not a networking expert, so I will just be sharing from my own personal experiences, right? All right, real quick. So, what will I be talking on? First of all, I'll be talking about the power of net and all of that, right? And all right, great, great. Thank you, Pixum Photography. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I hope that you'll be able to get 1 or 2 tips on how to network with the peers and high network individual, right? So, what I was I saying? Yeah, I've had people say, "Oh, I'm not the speaking type," you know. I feel anxious when I want to talk to people, and all of those kind of things, right? But I would just try to make a case for how networking is an important interpersonal skill, right? Because at the end of the day, sometimes we need to go out of our comfort zone to achieve our goals, right? Ori has done a great job, right? She literally walked us through the strategy for us to create smart goals, right? There are times that some of the things you need to do to achieve your goals, right? You need to go beyond your comfort zone, right? It could be as much as sending a DM to somebody you want to connect with and all of that, right? Also, we're also going to talk about the current networking landscape, right? How that technology is changing, how we currently interact with each other. Before now, there's times that before you could meet maybe the industry leaders, probably need to attend in a marketing conference, or you need to attend an hackathon, or probably, but now everybody has Twitter, we all have LinkedIn, we have WhatsApp, we have Instagram and all other social media platforms. I'll also be sharing a few about what I know about the principle of networking. I'm going to talk about building a network strategy that works, right? And then building for the future, networking in 2025 and beyond. And I'm also going to share a few things on how you can start now. I love one of those things already mentioned. Most of the time when people are, when they are making their goals, right? Everybody's waiting for January 1, like you can as well start today, right? There's literally nothing spectacular about January 1. The difference between 31st of January, of December and January 1 is just 1 second, right? 11:59, 31 of December, then you're already there. It's like somebody like Yoruba would say, like there's an adage in Africa that now when you wake up, now that time your morning starts, right? So how you can start now, some of those things you can literally execute like today, and then some closing words and then question and answer. All right, quick. So now talking about the power of networking.
Okay, I think he's experiencing a little network issues. Let's just be patient. If you have any question, you can always type it in the chat box and we'll pick it up from there. You can also use this time to send the link to other people while he joins us back. Okay, he's back.
Hi, hi. Thanks, Pelumi. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear
Hello.
you, sir.
All right,
We
great.
can hear
Thank
you.
you, thank you. So now, starting from the power of networking, man was not created to thrive in isolation, right? For people that So, like the way God created the earth, the way God created humans is that we can't survive in isolation, right? Permit me to just quote for people that are probably Christian. I know there might be different religion here, but just permit me to just use it to make my case. In the Bible, for example, when God created Adam, at some point he was saying that it's not good for man to be alone. As much as some that could make for marriage and all of that, but that speaks to show that the way the universe is created, we are not created to thrive in isolation. Even for people that probably don't like going out or or what's not, you would know that there are times that we need people. So that's why at the very core of the essence of human is relationship, is networking, right? Sometimes probably networking could be some fancy word to make you feel like, oh, something very serious or whatnot. But at the very core of human existence is relationship, right? So no one is an ally. No one can thrive in isolation. That's to say that we always need humans, and that's why I use this image. There's a word called Ubuntu. It's saying that I am because you are, right? So what I am is because of so it goes to speak about the community effects of people, right? Such that you can't thrive in isolation. Now, networking is crucial in personal and professional success, right? For people that probably have love life, or you have a wife, you have a girlfriend, whatever it is, even in your personal life you couldn't have achieve some of those things without having to talk to someone. Need to actually, it's important for personal relationship and professional success. For people that are professional skills, now, okay, don't let me get ahead of myself. I'm going to talk about it in the subsequent slide. But what I want to achieve with this slide is to re-emphasize the power of relationship and networking. I know that this is a cliche that almost everybody knows when they say that your network is your network. It just goes to speak to how that people can leverage, their network to achieve their goal. So recently I was in Abeokuta, and then I went to, I don't know if anybody has been to OOPL, right? So OOPL is what's it called? Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library. So when the tour guy was taking us around, we got to a particular point that they were showing us the people that donated when they were building the project. And you could literally see some people that gave as high as 75 million, 50 million, and all of that. And that's why you see the rich. I mean, it's an unfair word, to be honest. But then again, some of them have worked, to build those relationships, right? And that's why some of them, I think was it 2 years ago, Davido did his birthday. I don't know what started the conversation, but I know that I think it started with somebody sending me 1 million and they put it in a serious. And you see a lot of people that were sending me money on that day. Like, I don't know if anybody could remember that year. I think maybe 2 years ago. A lot of people were sending me money. So you can imagine if let's say he goes bankrupt for some reasons, people that I accept in the past, they will be able to rally around him, if you get what I mean. And that's why somebody say something. The day I heard this, it was very, very um, eye-opening for me. He said that relationship oftentimes will open some doors. Sometimes you open doors that hard work alone cannot open. Now, the emphasis on hard work alone. Now, hard work will always be an ingredient of success, but I'm saying that there are some doors that don't have keys. Yeah, let me take this gently. There are some doors that don't have keys. They only open it from inside. I don't know if anybody get what I'm saying. If you like, be the baddest, well, I don't know your career, be the baddest marketer. Like when you do your ad like this, heavens will fall. Sometimes you might not be the highest paid, right? But somebody will just mention your name behind closed door that I know Emmanuel. There is one Emmanuel I've worked in that even your expertise will not have granted you that kind of act. So I'm just trying to open your mind to see that how this is very pivotal to both life and career. So you need to learn and leverage the power of networking. As an aside, for people that are very active on social media, let me give you a little reference to something that happened recently. Every year Tony Olumelu used to have this white party, right? And I was thinking about it. Was it 2 days ago I saw it that he did it again? And in my head, I'm like, yeah, good. This guy is rich. So I mean, how much is he going to spend for that event? You know, like what's this guy would say? Like this singer would say that water is money, right? But then again, see the quality of people that are coming for those events. Now, is to show is investing into those relationships. As much as they are going to come and eat and all of that, it's investing into them. And some people too are going to meet other people there. And that's why they even say that even in big companies, sometimes decisions that make over a bottle of beers or drinks or whatever or whatnot. So I'm just trying to say that this is not something you want to take with levity. You don't want to say, me, I'm introvert. I just want to be on my layer. I don't want to talk to. No, 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 no. Right? I'm not saying that an introvert is we just want an extrovert. In fact, an introvert can still be good at networking, if you get what I mean. Right? But I'm just saying that this is something very important. I mean, this can make the difference between your next goal, you meeting your next goal, right? Now, okay, I think don't let me overflog that point. Let me just move ahead. Now, I want to talk about, okay, I think I've spoken a bit about this already, is understanding networking as an interpersonal skill, right? Now, networking is more than just collecting contacts, right? It's about building meaningful relationships, right? There are times that you go for conference, I see one of the person that responded, I think Pixel photography, there are times that you might go for like maybe photography events and maybe one of the biggest, is it big T, there's this person that does photography for weddings, or maybe even to Ibilu, you just kind of, you go there and then people just want to collect contact. Oh, give me your WhatsApp number. Oh, give me your Instagram and and that's it for them. But networking is beyond that, right? It's about create by intentionally, I'm still going to talk about it in my subsequent. In fact, when Pelumi reached out, I'm like, no, this is a very topic that I'm personally, right? I'm quite passionate about, and it's not even because of career growth or whatnot, right? You know, it's just one of my own value, one of my own life value, right? It's because I feel like life is kind of short. I'm not saying we are going to die young, our price to live long, but then again, nobody knows, you know. And I feel like if life is short, why not maximize it? If you love people, let them know that they are loved. If your friend has done something great, just talk about, let them know. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So and the four of it is that you have to be intentional in how you relate with people. Now, the core component is effective communication, right? There are verbal and non-verbal way of communicating, right? There are times that you want to vocalize what you want to say. There are times it's just, your gesture, the way you say, the way you smile, even your eye contact, you know, there's some way for some people that are kind of psychologists. There's a way that when somebody is talking, by the way they are sitting, by the way they are moving by their gesticulation, you could tell whether this person is confident or not, right? But all of these things can be learned, and that's why I said as interpersonal skill, anything that is called skill can be learned, right? And I hope that when I'm done with this conversation with us, it's probably I might not probably answer all of the question you might have, but I hope to spark in something new that will make you do more research and also be intentional about how you connect with people. Right. The second thing is emotional intelligence and empathy, right? When it comes to networking, when it comes to nurture relationship, we have to be emotionally intelligent. There are things that you don't say at some point in time. There are people I've met people that say things like, "Oh, me, I'm that I am. I say it as it is. I'm not. I don't like hypocrisy." No, no, no. It's not hypocrisy. You are just being naughty, for lack of better word. There are ways. Don't mind me. There's an African adage that says that there is a male sorry and there is a female sorry. Actually, English sometimes makes it hard, but in the Yoruba word, I will say it in English. He said that "Pelela ko labo." What it means is that we have a male version of sorry and we have the female version of sorry. There is a way I can tell you sorry, it will mean sorry, and there's a way I can say that same sorry, it will offend you. That's to say that you need to be emotionally intelligent. See, sometimes don't let us get to this part that we are concerned about winning arguments and losing relationships. There are people like that, they are ready to risk it all just for them to make points. They don't mind throwing the relationship away, but there are times that just keep quiet, right? Just keep quiet. And the thing is, sometimes you can achieve that same result with wisdom, right? For example, for people that have, I don't want to make this example, but it's what's coming to my head. Some people will say that single people will not do it. I'm sorry. That's the example that's coming to my head. Imagine somebody that is in a romantic relationship, right? If your partner offends you, right? Sometimes when you react immediately, it gets the matter worse. But you know what you want to achieve is to resolve the issue, isn't it? Sometimes when you people are joking, maybe you are watching a movie and you're laughing, and then you just wait up, babe, this thing you said that I don't like it. The person will even not see because their own defense guard is not up. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm just trying to say is that emotional intelligence, knowing what to say what, and knowing when to withhold for now. Another thing is building trust. I need to rush because I think I'm building trust and demonstrating genuine care. When it comes to networking relationships, right? People can, in fact, let me say this here so I won't forget. Let me say this now before I won't forget. I'm pretty sure that for Ore, for example, Ore has spoken a lot about personal development. I think I was reading about, I think she does finance stuff. And there might be people here that are also into finance, what's it called? And then somebody is already thinking in their head that, oh, I'm going to text her on LinkedIn, be my mentor, da, da, da. It's good. I'm not against it. But I'm just saying that you have no idea the number of people that are probably messaging her on a daily basis, right? Those people you want to connect with, a lot of people. So when those people are up there, me, I'm not high up there yet. I'm also striving to be high up there. But those people that you want to connect with, all those industry giants, you have no idea the number of people that is messaging them on a daily basis. So what will stand you out? What will stand you out? What will make them know that, oh, this Emmanuel will be different? It's intentionality. Is how you genuinely care. They know people that are coming to be a parasite. And trust me, they have things in their own life too. Right? But when they have children, they have. So, anyways, what I'm trying to say is that build genuine, what's it called? Be genuinely, what's it called? Interested in people. Be genuinely interested in people. There was one guy I networked with, what year was that? Was it 2022? I can't remember. I can't remember that year, but either 2021 or 2022. So he had this freelancing webinar, and then the guy spoke a lot. He spoke about how much he was making of Upwork. I don't know if anybody knows Upwork. It's a freelancing website, and the guy was good. I'm like, yo, this is a nice guy. I'm like, oh, and I know that from my own experience. I know from experience when you have this kind of, what's it called? People want to can I know it is so I just hold back then, try to research the guy, like, okay. And I don't know, it's just God that just made me see that stuff. I just saw it on his Twitter page. He has his bio on his he has this thing on his bio. It was meant to take me to, I think, maybe his course or something. I clicked on it, it was broken, the link wasn't working. I checked another of his WhatsApp, it wasn't working. What I did was I just tested him. My name is Emmanuel. Thank you for your for the conference. I saw XYZ on your page or your website. This particular link is not working. I had a screenshot and I sent to the guy. Do you know that guy gave me he gave me his free course? Like, I can't remember how much he sells that course then. Even if it was 1,000, it meant a lot to me at that time, even till now, because I mean, if somebody give you their brain work for free, is a lot. I'm like, yo, that means, I mean, I was trying to solve something for him, right? And it was helpful because I was not just, I was I genuinely care for him, and I showed it in my own approach, right? So, I mean, let me just move past that. Now, the current networking is vital for those who want to move up. Oh, shoot, I missed this part. Let me talk about it. What is this in this light? The other time I was talking about how that some doors will only open for your relationship. There's another thing I also learned that I added there. Relationship can be a currency. People of God, relationship can be currency. There are things that money can buy, that relationship can pay for. Somebody once said something, says that you are poor if you pay for, how did he say it? I think he said you are poor if you pay for everything that you need, something like that, right? That's to say that there are times that your relationship can pay for things money can buy. Anyways, yeah, now, current landscape of networking, I need to rush. Networking is vital for those who want to move up in their career. According to HubSpot, 85, please pay attention to this thing. 85% of jobs are filled through networking. In fact, according to CNBC, 70% of jobs are never published publicly, right? Now, what does that say? It goes to say that people leverage network even to grow in their career. For example, let me say this in passing for people that are currently have a corporate job. There's something I learned. I think it was in 2021. One of my what's it called, industry leader mentioned it, and it got stuck with me since then. She said that that there are three things that you gain working in a corporate organization. She said, one, experience; two, money; three, relationship. Now, he now said that money, like, of course, your remuneration. Emmanuel is the performance marketing specialist for this company. I will get paid, right? Experience is, oh, based on my technical know-how, I've learned one or two things. And I said the third one, very important, is relationship, right? And that relationship is a very important currency that you might need when you do it. Like, you might need them at the point that you have no idea, like, this thing is going to help you. For example, where I currently work, right? It was actually a colleague of mine that saw the opening and sent to me that, hey, guy, I saw this opening and it fits your experience. You get what I'm saying? So that's so to say that relationship, even in the workplace, of course, I think personally, and that's why I know that sometimes when speakers say these things, we speak from the point uh what's it called now? I've forgotten the word now, it just escaped my mind. Yeah, we speak from the point of privilege that we're not even aware, right? I mean, some people have not been fortunate to work in good places, and that's why they don't want to, they just want to do their job and go home, and that's okay. But when you work in a place that they have good work culture, it's okay to to network with people. And I'm still going to get to it, but let me mention it now. I know sometimes we are very passionate about networking vertical, and then we ignore networking horizontal. What do I mean is that, okay, for example, there are people that I look up to in the marketing industry, right? I want to network with them. So those people are at the top. So that's vertical. But sometimes you neglect the horizontal, your peers. There are some people that are very soon in 2 3 years they will go blow, but because you are not because you are just like they you will not be feeling fun to talk to them. Somebody that you should just call on WhatsApp, like, come here, Alpha. But because you were not open, you were just particular about vertical networking, you are neglecting the horizontal one. Anyways, so now in the current landscape of networking, like I mentioned the other time, times are changing, right? People are beginning to, they are beginning to interact more on social media. Like, yeah, I mean, we are literally having a conference on Google Meet, right? That means times are changing. That is, you need to position yourself well. Not be on LinkedIn, you go and put picture that you're supposed to be using on Snapchat. Which present yourself well. Like, it start from your DP. you know, there are places that I don't say you don't have fun, but I'm just using as an example. It's supposed to be a professional setting. Present yourself where when you are given opportunity to talk, take your time, say what you want to say. Just carry yourself well, if you get what I mean. Right. Many young people struggle with building meaningful relationships due to fear of rejection and lack of strategy. Trust me, it's a numbers game. Sometimes, like sometimes what's it called? Um in fact, let me give us like let me give like a real time example on this call. Do you know that if I'm to say this meeting as it were like this meeting like this, if I'm going to talk about, oh, what are those people that I met at this conference? Of course, I'm going to talk about Pelumi. Pelumi brought every one of us here together. Of course, I'm going to talk about Ore because Ore is a speaker and I learned a lot from our session. I'm going to talk about Pigs. Even I don't know his real name. Pigsum photography. Why? Because he has been dropping, emoticon intermittently. He has been dropping stuff. That is how to remain top of mind. This is not rocket science. However, sometimes, for example, you want to negotiate with people. People are genuinely just don't want to talk, and it's okay. You don't be entitled to people's network. You can reach out to somebody that this is, and it's not because they are bad people. It just be there at the time in their life that they don't have bandwidth for people. But when you are afraid of rejection, you will not know until you try. What is the worst that will happen? You should not get any response. Of course, some people even make you worse. You're trying to network, you are sending I that what? What do you want from me? Just go straight to the point. Anyways, common networking mistakes. Number one, parasitic mindset. See, it- oh god, my time is good. So how many minutes I have left? I need to I need to I need to rush. Oh my
Please
goodness.
just go ahead.
Okay,
Maybe I'll give you extra 10 minutes.
but is my time up, go now? Like, have I used my 30 minutes? I haven't now.
No,
Have I?
you've not. I ate into your
Yeah.
time, so no, you've not.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so now see, let me. I know this thing, no. I know this thing like back of my hand because I have, but maybe I'm privileged in a way. I've networked with people that I don't know if anybody knows Oyekunle Damola. Let me just mention in passing. She is as at 2021, I've known him online, interacted with his video. How will I say this example? But it was the day he messaged me on WhatsApp. I cannot even lie. Till tomorrow, that message is a big deal to me. If I like, I should become the chief marketing officer of the biggest, because there are people that were there when I was starting out my career. That was it be like juju that the I screenshot is the because now Don't let me digress. A lot is going through my mind. I just when I talk something, I like to pour everything, but let me just take it step by step. But what I'm trying to make is that people can smell parasite from afar. They can perceive it. Desperation can be perceived. Let me tell you one thing. Let's be honest with ourselves. To be honest, inherently, human beings are selfish. Inherently, we are all selfish, except for you that maybe they are maybe depending on what you believe. Maybe you are Muslim, you are Christian. God is working on everybody's heart, but inherent, everybody is selfish. It's me, 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 me. And when you are trying to have network with people and you are coming with parasitic mindset, they will shove you off because you are just going to be an extra baggage. But when you're approaching a relationship, you need to approach it the same priorities mindset. What can I be? How can I serve this person? How can I be of help to this person? See, take this thing from me today. If it's the only thing, remember, don't forget that everybody has a need. Everybody has a need. You see, already, for example, now, what's it called? Probably already is trying to put something to. You can anybody think about it. The richest man in this world, they have a need. So when you are trying to network with people, come from the service angle. Don't be because a lot of pastors are messaging them on a daily basis. So what was in fact some people don't they are not even when they see the message, they just think that I've been no. But sometimes it takes time. This thing takes time. The number of messages email I sent to Damola then, he had a course I couldn't pay for it. Man, let me even shock you. I think at that time the course cost 150,000. How much of my salary? How did I want to afford it then? And at some point, he had literally gave me that course for free. It was a lot for me then, even till today. I can afford it today, but it was. See, sometimes we get ungrateful. You will say, oh, because you're not earning 500K, how much is 150K game? I can even give it back. But could you afford it at that time? Even if it was 1,000, you couldn't. So that means what the person did for you is a big deal. So you need to see for how to serve them. Service, very important. It's service. Let me move ahead now. Superficial connection, making quantity, staying quantity for quality. Sometimes I will still talk about my subsequent sign. You have a goal. What are you trying to achieve? Okay, you want to be a badass marketer. Okay, in the world, what are the top 5 marketer that you know? Another thing about don't let me go into that. It's personal boundary, but branding, but it's okay. Some people are very good, they are not well known. But like they say best known is better than the best. So if you are not known, but even in Nigeria also, what are the top 5 marketers that you know? You list them. Okay, how can I intentionally network with these people? And don't forget what I said. Don't be entitled to people's space. You can do all of this right there. I'm sharing with you. And some people will say, I don't want you in my space. And it's okay. It might be that he's having heartbreak, his girlfriend just broke his heart. Everybody has different things they are battling in their life. So you are not entitled to their time. It's not as if you gave them money. Again, I'm just saying that it's a numbers game. If you reach out to 10 people meaningfully, hopefully 2 people, and when you get the help, don't misuse it. I'm going to talk about that's my 4th point. Another mistake, lack of gratitude. Hey, Jesus. Failing to acknowledge people who help you. Some people, they will recommend them for a job. They will not carry the recommender along. It's on LinkedIn, they will be seeing that this person has joined this company, you are an ingrate. In fact, they should block you. If somebody refer you to a job, be carrying them along. Hello, sir. I have this one. Have carry them along. It's very important. Somebody refer you, okay, you I don't want this photography. This mother is entering my head. What is that guy use again? Somebody you are telling somebody refer you to another person. Thank them. Hi, babe. Even if it's your friend, person has bought, I appreciate you. Sometimes, even if it's airtime, just show gratitude. Don't be an ingrate. They could have given somebody else that opportunity, but they still gave you. Yo, I got the air joke. It's an inside joke. Don't mind me. The next thing I want to talk about is over familiarity. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know why Belumi don't sell me trap. You are giving me this is a very over familiarity. Losing respect for boundaries with mentors is see, be careful. See, let me tell you one thing, my people. Like I said, we're all learning together. I be say you don't see my name for Forbes. I never blow. But see, let us be careful with over familiarity. Number one thing is that, one time I wrote it, that said that if you think, if you, how did I say it? No, but let me just, I can't remember the way I worded it, but what I was trying to communicate then was, if you don't interact with people with the mindset that they were humans, better, how will I say this thing now? Let me choose my words in an organized manner. Okay, let me say it this way, that some distant relationships sometimes can be better than close relationships. This is what I mean. You don't know me before, you know me from afar. Oh, Emmanuel is this and this. So maybe when you message me once in a while, oh, Baba, I'm trying to do this. It's not working. I give you, what's it called? I respond to your message, it works. And we are that distance. But back when we got closer, now you now come to my house. We play PS2 together. You now begin to see some human frailties of me. That you also have your own, no. You know, you are perfect, too. And not using that to disrespect me. Now you see it now. That to say that that closeness cannot even make the relationship sour. We will not fight. We will not say, don't mess with me again in your life, right? So I remember I said that close relationship that could be a blessing in some instance can become a curse because you are not too familiar. Let me give you one funny joke. Don't mind me. My own is extreme. I have one of my mentor on Twitter. I think I met him. Let me even mention his name, Bukayo. Bukayo Wisu was one of my earliest mentors, right? In fact, earliest, and that's why I hold him in high esteem, right? Because if you know when you say earliest, those are people that tell you remove I can work under pressure from your CV, So he's a very dedicated Manchester United fan, right? So when I started knowing him, I was like, okay, let's just banter out. But I was being careful that make person no go miss Yan. Hey, don't. So I saw one tweet. One, I see say no reply. I don't go my talk. And I see the another day he made a joke, and I said, okay, this person is cool with this kind of joke because some people they can take it, serious and all of that because people are different. People have different emotional, different depending on the area of that part. Because some people are very you see this football that they are just for night. Some people are very passionate about it too. But what I'm saying is that don't get familiar. Always remember, oh, this person is not take. I have some mentors today. They take me as friends, but I they give myself brain. See, they say I'll be their friends, but me I know say this person I'm my other. I give them the respect they deserve. You know, that same time you are trying to message them, you are see. You should not like that. Some people you have been DMing on Instagram. If they reply your DM, it will be like you should go and frame it. You see that excitement that you have the first, ensure to keep it that way, and don't get too over familiarized. Now, principle of networking, number one, I've said it before. Serve, 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 don't only take, right? Focus on how you can help others before asking for favor. Number two, be genuine. People value sincerity, connect on a personal level. And I think one of the things that helped me was that helps me, in fact, because like I said, I'm also have a lot of people I still want to meet, right? Is that I try to network people that probably I like. I don't know, sometimes, so that it helps me beyond. For example, if I'm trying to, I can have a 5 days of market out, right? I will look at this person, I will study their life. Okay, this person is a church person. I'm a church person. So even if I would like this person, aside from marketing, there's another common ground we can bond on, which is God. So it makes it easier, you know. There are not people that there is somebody, although somebody, I may I do that of, let us do what we can do to help people to pay for. Some people, it's only when they have problem that they will text you. Good time to even talk about Belumi. Do you know that I was going through our chats recently because, like she said, the notice was quite short, but when she tested, I'm like, why not? This is something I love to talk about, right? And I was just going to our message this morning and I saw that I think it was in July or August. She just randomly tested me. Like, she said that I forgot that she said that I just wanted to check up on you. And for me, it meant a lot that out of the blue, somebody thought of me. I said, thank you, I appreciate it. And then we have little some conversation there, and then it was just like that. That's a good way, to nurture relationship. Of course, me, sha, I'm a good person in a way, sha. If I can see that myself, maybe somebody tell me I can still take it, but we have a common ground already. Some people, they know you are sick, they don't even mind. They will still be telling, somebody was needing, someone needed someone there, and like, Baba, I've not been feeling fine. Sorry about that. So that thing I was saying, I'm like, bro, I said I'm not feeling fine. If or even just, anyways, no Allah. Number three thing is that show gratitude. I've talking about this before. Be skillful. Another thing is that be skillful. Eh? I know that we are in the era of personal branding. Let your personal branding match up with your skill. Not be say you are telling us on LinkedIn, you can do this, you can move the mountain. They will not give you the job. Zero. It's just packaging. Let your packaging meet your skill set. Be honest with yourself. What are the areas I need to work on? Work on it. And there's something I added there. I will read it. I said, don't be that person that get recommendation and flops. However, if life happens and you do flop, the recommender must hear it from you and not from the person they recommend you to. What do I mean? Somebody let's say Pelumi recommend me to Ore. Say Emmanuel can do this thing. And this life sometimes balance. This can happen. And I flop. You know that, see, take recommendation very serious because the person is putting their own integrity on the line for you. You are leveraging their own social capital. See, let me tell you, sometimes me, I'm even very afraid when somebody refer me, especially if somebody I own IS, because I'm like, God, I don't want to mess up, help me. The person is putting their own integrity on that. Emmanuel, he go do am. So if Emmanuel no do am, the honorable thing is to go and meet Pelu that I'm sorry, I don't know what happened though. This one, this and this. Even before we even take Pelu, I will be the first one so that when Ore tells she'll be able to, to say, oh, I'm sorry that this happened. But that I messed up, I did not even carry the person that recommended me along. It's not the person that recommended you that is not telling them. You can be sure that that door is closed. You get? I'm saying that there are times that you can flop. Life happens. We are all humans. Things can. Maybe you are baking cake. The what's it called? Baking powder. Something short not work well. Let them know. I'm sorry. This person recommended me to. It helps. They will know that you are honest and you are working to be a better person. Now, building a network strategies that work. Number one, leverage digital tools, right? Like LinkedIn, like Twitter, whatever the person wants to network is with, leverage it. Like I said, it's a gift number. So people you not hear back from them. Please don't be those people, especially going to 2025. Don't be those people that will be saying the I, and that's it. If you are entering anybody's inbox, go straight to the point. List everything you want to say. If they reply, fine. If they don't reply, move it, keep it going. So you're expecting to send Pelumi I. Pelumi to not say I. Now say, how are you doing? 2 days after, you not say, I am fine. Tomorrow, you not say, after I now say, so I want to, Otilo, make your first impression. First impression is very important. They know they make them twice. Papa, I am Emmanuel. I do marketing. I like your video calls. I want to collaborate with you on a video I'm working on. I will appreciate it. They don't reply, you strike, right? And you keep it moving. The second thing is join communities and interest group, right? For people here, if you are a marketer, if you are a tech developer, software engineer, all of these things, they have their own communities, even on Facebook. Although I'm not very active on Facebook like before, but I'm pretty sure all those Facebook groups, you always see one thing that brings people together. Join those kind of community, interact with people. When they ask questions that you don't answer to, respond. Let be visible. In my own case now, my time is fast spent. I would have spoken about digital, for example. Digital is very pivotal to my own career because that's where I met a lot of people that have been very helpful in my journey, right? And it was a friend of mine that told me about digital. I joined when I was feasible in the way I could feasible. There was time when I joined, I was overwhelmed. I'm like, what's all people always saying? A lot of things to learn. But over time, I caught up. I served when my 2 years ago, my president reached out to me that would like me. I served. I did the best I can do, and I've met. See, in this life, tomorrow, Baba, there are some people they test me. Except maybe autism equal. Maybe I'm not feeling fine or I'm out of the but that's I can do it. I will turn up for them at no cost because they've been there for me when I was also when I was coming up. And yeah, attend relevant events, network with people with the same interests. Like this kind of events, I know that I don't know, maybe there's a time for networking, or maybe when you attend physical events, reach out to people, make good impression, iron your shirt. Even if you don't have much for all those big Tom Ford perfume, if it's all those what's it called, put your roll on, put your talk to people, strike up conversation. If you don't know where to start from, let me talk about what Rosie was saying. It could be like you said, some small talk here and then, oh, I love your t-shirt. Da, 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 da. With somebody that maybe is their true, not shall lie. If it's something you like, just look for a common ground, and learn to ask open-ended questions. So that will allow them to talk more. So when they say, oh, so where do you work? They will say, oh, really? You do marketing? So what does your role entail? Performance marketing. That sounds a bit. So by that person talk long, you not say you're not asking a yes or no question. You're asking an open-ended question. So by the time they talk for long, you know what the next question will come from. So from there, you know how to okay, this is my LinkedIn. I'd like to connect with you. That's it. You won't die. Do it afraid. If you are very quick, even me, till now, sometimes when I'm talking, when they start come and talk, sometimes I'm not always like this. Sometimes I'll be which I won't go talk like this. These are the fear. They happen to all of us. Sometimes if they give you mic to go and talk to 100 crowd, but sometimes you carry yourself there, waiting will happen. If I'm not good, they will not have come and speak. They call me for TEDx. You mean say me say I know small in this world. Let's talk now. Do you get? So carry yourself well, network with people. Another thing is that build consistency. There's something my CEO said recently. He said that it is fraudulent to want to reap where you haven't sown. This includes relationship, and it's not just about money. You know, um, a lot of people want to, excuse me, yeah, a lot of people want to sow where they have not, they want to reap where they've not sown. I'm not saying that you should do things for ulterior motive. I'm saying that water your relationship. It's what you water that will bear fruit, right? You can't just be messaging me only where you need money, right? I mean, there are times I do birthday, you do not even greet me. Somebody, okay, why do you think some of these brands they will send you birthday message? They just want you to feel love that, oh, we see you, is this on that one. You usually build relationships. That's how it works, right? And it's not about money. That's the mistake people used to make. Sometimes when they say do favor you, it's not only money. It could be like, hey, Balumi, I know you were planning one event. I saw this too about StreamYard. It might be helpful. Oh, I saw this link on LinkedIn for a job opening in relation. Simple things like that. Anyways, oh, I think I need to run now. So yeah. Building for the future, adaptability, embrace new technologies and cultural active in networking. I know Ora was saying something about AI the other time. AI it's something that is currently big now. You need to see how can I leverage this thing, even in my career, what I'm doing, for my photographer boss now. You might do some research on ChatGPT, all these what they call this thing focus lens, ISO, all those kind of things. What are the new trends in the photography industry? You need to leverage, all of the new technology that is coming up, authenticity, maintain genuine connection in digital first world, build a network, and not just for personal gain, but for you to create value for others. So now, starting today, reflect on your goals. What do I want to achieve in 2025? Thank God Ore has helped us. What are the smart goals? Is it realistic? Is it specific? Is it time bound? Okay, this one I want to achieve. Let me use Ore's example of public speaking. Okay, who are the top public speakers in Nigeria? Don't go and send them DM today. Oh no, it's a mess of buying now. Follow them. When they post on Instagram, reply, oh, thank you for sharing. It was they will be noticing you. That's how it works. You just go and send in random your message is just like one or out of 200 they are getting in a day. You get follow them. So let me tell you, don't do this. You can do it, it's okay. You know that when I was going with Damola, I literally went through all of his posts. I'm not kidding. In Instagram that year, I went 2012. I went. It got to a point. He now replied. He said, you this talker. Like you can't miss it. You know that there's somebody called the man in Wally. You go no. So it's not that you just go no. Facebook. Okay, who are the top 10 public speaker? Oh, this one. I don't need to lie. Oh, somebody dropped something insightful. Oh, thank you for sharing. I also had this experience. good conversation. They'll be noticing you. After a while, oh, they are doing events. Post the event on your story. Oh, they are looking for volunteer. Volunteer. That's how to do it. It's not that you just gonna. And some people are so entitled. They feel like because you message them, they don't understand. Are you the one paying my salary or you paying for my internet? You get what I'm saying? So reach out to someone new or reconnect with another account. Third one, I know I've overflowed this commitment. Be intentional in nurturing your relationship. And the fourth one I've spoken about before, network horizontally. You see some people, you will know from the way they are serious about their life, you know that this one will blow. You will know. They might still be wearing one trouser every day, but you know that this boy, you see how we network with them. It is okay to blow like to grow together. Don't be looking for every time Dimitewe Fela grow to you. No, it's okay to network with them. But that boy that is very passionate, that boy that used to read 5 books in a month, that boy that used to say sensible thing on your WhatsApp status, connect with them. If they are going the direction you want to go in life, join them. That's how to do it. So that when he blow, you'll not be feeling formed to talk to him. He already knows you. If I you two of you will gather, grow together. So yeah, let me sleep this time. I need to run. Okay, I think I'm done. So yeah, networking is a lifelong skill that grow with practice. Practice. That's why it's called skill. Get better at it. I know like this now. Even me sometimes I dey shock myself. I've been talking since I don't even know. You see, by practicing, focus on relationship that have values to you and your other. All right, so that is the end of it. I know that it's part of question and answer. But I like to close my talk with this. Like I said, sometimes kindness is not too expensive that you can't afford it, and it doesn't have to be about money. Thank you so much. My name is Emmanuel. Thank you for having me.